Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Day 127 into the strife. The market cap, 164 billion. It shows no signs slowing down. It just keeps rising and rising and rising, like the rising sun. I look at the top gainers and I see No Limit Coin for the 64th time in a row. And the sky was blue today. All is as it should be. I have a lot to go over today. And I'm probably going to forget half of it because I don't write anything down. But what pops into my head first? All right, we're going to go ahead and talk shit ICOs. So basically, there's a... Nope, that's going to take a while. Let's go ahead and talk how to look at the philosophy of a coin. So, with these ICOs... And with the coins that start off really cheap, right? So, for instance, you have the basic attention token. And people bought up because there was no maxed bit buy, right? Like you could buy it out if you basically wanted to. And basically, a lot of the same people bought it up. Like a large group bought it all up. And they got it at... And there was like a super private pre-sale. So basically, what I'm trying to say is there's always going to be large holders of a coin that get it at a super, super cheap price. So that means no matter what happens, when the price rises, you're capable of dumps. And if we go and look at, I think No Limit Coin is a good example. Basic Attention Token is a good example as well. Although Basic Attention Token has more liquid, it doesn't really matter. Liquid is just a... Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I see the pill. Thank you. Have a good time at the gym. Basically, what's going to happen is no matter what, liquid is... That doesn't matter. Liquid is just a figment. It's just... If you think liquid's going to stop a market crash, then you're out of control. That doesn't matter. What matters is the quality of the coin. This is the way I think. I think if this coin was to go to 0 cents, would it still have value? If it was to go to a penny, if it was crashed all the way down? And the answer to that is yes, right? Because they already have the working product. What you would have is then, after all the people dumped, you would have nothing but the fresh buyers to buy it all up again. And then it would be a rinse and repeat because then you would have got people who got it at the super crash price that got a bulk of it. And then when it rises. So liquid doesn't matter if you have 10% of the supply of a coin, right? You can say Bitcoin's liquid as hell, right? But if you own 10% of Bitcoin and you dump them on the market at once, you would crash the price to its knees. That's what liquid doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all if you're talking about market makers, people with large supplies of the coin, right? So that's why I say, for instance, we have No Limit Coin, and there's people who, people like, man, well, Dan, you have a large portion of that. There's sort of some trust involved. And I was like, man, there's not really any trust at all. I was like, don't trust my ass. I'm the number one person that preaches don't trust anybody when it comes to cryptocurrencies. You trust people in a different way, right? So if I want to trust somebody in business, that's different. But I'm not going to place any trust when it comes to decentralized coins, right? I'm not going to put any trust into the holders. So I'm not going into a coin and saying, okay, well, I'm getting this coin because I trust everyone's on the same page and no one's going to dump. That's not how life works, and it's never going to work that way. So basically, it's very, very easy. All you have to do is ask yourself this question. If No Limit Coin hit, back down to 500 Satoshi, does the coin become worthless at that point? Or does it become a bargain for people who are playing the fantasy sports games? And then it's just naturally going to rise again. That's the thing. Like, it doesn't matter how much of one person holds the coin. That's what people don't understand. People can say, oh, it's a pump and dump. Pump and dump only means they pump it up because they have nothing behind the curtain. You can't pump and dump a quality product. That's like saying I pump and dump Lexuses. Oh, I got everybody to buy a bunch of Lexuses and now I'm just going to dump them on them. And people are like, well, no, we just got Lexuses at good prices. What do you mean? You just flooded the market with badass cars, made them, over accessible. And we just got really good deals and that just drove the price right back up. Like, it doesn't make any sense when you're talking about something of quality. Like, you can't pump and dump something like Ethereum. You can't, it has a tangible, workable product. You can't, a pump and dump is something like Chaincoin, where there's nothing behind the curtains. And it's just all pump. And then when you dump it, it becomes worthless. Then it actually is worthless because there's nothing behind the curtain. It's just funny because people throw these pump and dumps around and you can just tell they're fucking amateurs. It's like, dude, you literally don't know what you're talking about. It's like pump and dump means nothing's behind the curtain. Nothing fucking works. The car has no engine. So that's all you have to ask yourself. That nothing else matters at that point. If you have something that's a workable product, if you think of No Limit Coin, this is the world of fantasy sports. So this coin could easily be $25. And people think that's insane, but it's not really, because there's $65 trillion in the world stock market. $65 trillion. What would our market cap look like if we had $1 trillion? Ask yourself that. $5 trillion. It's funny because when I say $25, something like that, when I say the price of a coin, people automatically compare it. It's like, well, there's only a 165 market cap. Well, how is that possible? It would take up 80% of the whole world. And people are always like, dude, you have no fucking foresight. I'm talking about in the fucking future. Like, all of this, dude, there's No Limit Coin has one sport launch. Imagine with all the sports. So go ahead and dump all your coins with whatever product you have. Like, if that's what you want to do, I don't care. I'll be sitting there to buy them, because you can't dump a product that's quality. That's just all there is to it. There's always going to be a need for No Limit Coin to run the platform. So I don't know. So it's just like the philosophy of thinking that someone could bring the price to his knees. That's all coins. That's all coins. There's someone out there that can do that with all coins. And liquid means nothing, right? So if somebody wanted to if China wanted to dump their supply and crash Bitcoin, they have, and they've shown that they could several occasions. So just basically keep that in mind when it comes to pump and dumps. And now we're going to go into ICOs, because that's where all the pump and dumps really are. The SEC actually labeled some of these things called pump and dump. So pump and dump has become a very bad stigma when it comes to cryptocurrencies. And it's no different. It's only different because in the stock world, but it used to not be. Like, there was still a lot of shitty shell companies that come up, take your money. Look at Bernie Madoff. There's a lot of shitty people out there. I mean, Bernie Madoff robbed so much. He robbed fucking more than the fucking market cap is for all of crypto. So just keep that in mind. Like, yeah, there's a lot of scams, and that's going to be used, because if you're in a smear campaign, you never talk about the good. You never talk about the workers across the world that can get paid for their talent now in Bitcoin, right? Indians, people from all across the world that didn't have access because PayPal and all these people just screw them. Some of them don't even have access to bank accounts. You don't ever hear about the good things. You're only going to hear about the bad things, about the pump and dump ICOs. And it only takes it only takes one turd to ruin the punch bowl, guys. You see a turd floating around in a punch bowl, you're not going to drink that. You're not going to drink that punch. So it's just basically we have to. I know I was saying the word basically a lot. I went and looked at my shows. I was like, why am I saying that word so much? But the ICOs that are being quote unquote pumped, there are so many ICOs right now, and it really mind boggles me, because people are always attracted to the flashy, ridiculous ICOs. Like, but this ICO says it's going to change the world 100 times over. I have to invest in this. And it's like, if they want your money, they're going to want you to fucking invest. So they're going to give you a reason. I need more. I'm so surprised at how many people are investing in ICOs without talking to the CEOs and like getting some proof. I mean, that mind boggles me. Like, if I'm taking a big swing, I don't give a fuck on small swings. I don't mention my small swings anymore. You're never ever going to hear me talk about the other ICOs I've invested in, the smaller swings. A big swing is one where it's a big swing for me. That means if it works out, it's life changing, right? That's a fucking big swing. You obviously can't take big swings every time or you'll run out of swings. It doesn't matter how much money you have. And my small swings, I don't talk about. I invest in all kinds of ICOs that I don't talk about. I'm invested pretty much in every ICO. So, but you know, I've learned my lesson about that. So I'm not fucking talking about those because I can't research those as much. That's why they're small swings, because I don't, you know, I look at them, I don't do the research, and it's kind of like gambling, you know, and I'm a poker player and I realize I only need to hit one or two out of really 20 or 30, even more ICOs when you think about it in the long term. And if I were to hit 5 or 6 out of 20, then, you know, it's really, really good money. So the odds are I'm going to count on 17 losses and only 3 wins. But I know people out there don't have bankroll for that. They can't follow that strategy. They're going to fucking die halfway across the world or halfway across. But, oh my God, you know, he invested in all these scam ICOs. And I really do. I invest in a lot of fucking scam ICOs. I don't tell people I don't give a fuck. Like, that's what, I don't have time. I'm not a whistleblower for that shit. I'm on my own thing. This is documenting my life. So that's not, you know, sorry. But there's a lot of other fucking people out there that dedicate their lives to that shit. So, you know, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. I'm just not going to document the small swings. And people always ask me, did you invest in this ICO? The odds are yes, I did. Am I going to talk about it? No, I'm not going to talk about it, right? I invested in so many ICOs that that's not the point. I'm talking about the big swings. These are the ones that I feel comfortable with. I'm able to talk to the CEOs. I'm able to get proof. Like with ONG, dude, we're talking about something that has 100 times more features than Facebook and Steam it put together. It has like all this badass, just life-changing, revolutionary software with fighting fake news, which has just become the biggest threat really to humanity, because fake news is what's really hurting this world. It's nothing like getting someone riled up talking about like spreading some FUD and fake news about, you know, people and just splitting people. And then the next biggest thing is our privacy. I mean, we right now are naked. If you're not using the Brave browser, all of your data and everything is just being tracked and located. Everything you watch, they know everything about you. A lot of people don't care because they don't really care because they're like, whatever, right? What does it matter if my privacy's up? I mean, hey, you know, that's yours. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I just don't like it. I don't want somebody to know everything about me because that gives them power over me. They know everything I like, what I do, my habits, where I go, who I talk to, all of my conversations, all of my deepest, darkest conversations. They know everything about me. If that doesn't creep you out, that there's some group of guys or girls or people out there that have all that information about you, hey, cheers, power to you. I wish it didn't bother me, but it fucking bothers the fuck out of me. So I can't, like, ONG is where it's at. I'm going to have my family, everybody get on ONG, and I'm going to quit Facebook. I'm turning off my YouTube ads. You know what's fucked up, dude? I tried to turn off my YouTube ads twice. Dude, I went to see what them motherfuckers are paying me. I'm like, what? You guys to be kidding me. I think it's like $500 or something right now. I'm going to take that $500. I'm going to donate it to somebody, and I'm not going to fucking ever support an ad from fucking Google, YouTube. Fuck them. They're not getting any money off of me. So and the funny thing is I turned off my ads twice and they fucking turned back on. So like, and who do you talk to? Who do you Google to talk to Google? Right? It's fucked up because I guess nobody really does that. That's what's funny, because I bet that it's very few people that actually turn off their ads to make no money on purpose. I mean, it has to be a very few thing. And it's really kind of hard to find any information. I've tried online. Some of the things work, but I'm going to figure it out. Fuck those guys. They're not, you know, I think it's just kind of funny that they don't make it easy, just like slimy little sleazeballs. But so basically, you got things like MyBit where, you know, I talk in Ian Worrell, I know everything about him. Like, everything's super comfortable. You know, Raphael, you got the certificate. I got the lawyer letters. I got the licenses. Like, I got everything I need to know to make sure it's 100% legit business, because people keep forgetting No Limit Coin was an ICO, guys. That's why we got all the prices cheap. It was a coin on the market, but we ran a side ICO. And because there was no volume, so no one could buy. There wasn't enough to make it, you know, and there wasn't just enough supply out there. So we had that large ICO, which distributed over 80 million coins out to various people. And yeah, it's just ICOs are just where it's at if you're safe, man. Like, I'm not getting into an ICO unless I absolutely 100% know it's real, because that's a big swing. That's the thing, man. You can take 20 small swings and win 3 and be good. But you can't take 20 big swings, because then you're not taking a big swing. A big swing is always in proportion to your bankroll. So when I say a big swing, that means it's a big swing for me proportionate to my bankroll. So that means I'm investing a lot of my net worth into this. You can't invest a lot of your net worth 20 times, because then you're not, you understand? So that's what I mean. Like, the big swings you can't get wrong. I can't get those wrong. I need all the information. 110 photos, documents, everything about you. Like I have with ONG. I have the guy's certificate. I have everything. Talk to the lawyer. The guy's a superstar lawyer. And it's just funny because those are the one, and they have a workable 100% platform. And those are the ones that are overlooked. Vibe Hub, like I know the CEOs, like I am very intimate with the business. I know everything about it. They have a workable platform. It's just so funny. I scratch my head because you have these fucking ICOs that sell out and all they have is wishes and dreams. And, I know a lot of the people don't talk to the CEOs or anything. And there's a lot of people getting scammed left and right because the scammers are coming better. And then you have these one ICOs where they're like ONG's a legit Delaware business that's worth 25 million pre-evaluation right now. It's a business that's real in the United States. Probably one of the only legal ICOs that's out there. Lawyered up, everything good. So is No Limit Coin, California business, lawyered up, all the right licenses. It's like, I don't know. It just scratches my head. And I just keep knocking them out of the park. No one saw No Limit Coin coming. No one's going to see fucking MyBit coming. MyBit's the only one that I invested into the future that doesn't have a 100% workable platform right now. But dude, if you listen to Ian's Q&A, you'll hear what I heard talking to him. That passion. I really love the idea. So I'm, of course, going to take big swings on where I feel comfortable knowing that they're going to get the job done. And I know they are. And, 2-3 years from now, people who didn't invest in MyBit are going to be very, very, very sorry. It's really just that simple. You don't see it coming, but I feel so much comfortable investing in a team that I really trust. Like, dude, I don't care. I think it's funny. Do you go and look at a quote unquote superstar, some person who worked somewhere good, and you think that they're good? It's like, dude, that's nothing, man. Like, let me look into the eyes. Let me feel the energy. Let me see if they're passionate. Because what if this superstar is too busy for this project? Like, what if they're a douchebag? What if you can't work with them? What if their vision sucks? What if they just got hired there because they were good at one thing, but they're not good at being a leader? There's a lot of things that go into this coin. Like, dude, you're not going to... The underdogs, the new people are coming up now. Like, a lot of people probably wouldn't have bet on Bill Gates when he dropped out of college. It's like, yeah, he went to Harvard, but he dropped out. And now he's one of the richest in the world. Like, a lot of people might not have bet on Warren Buffett because, he didn't go to college. And just basically a lot of, it's very, hindsight's 2020. And there's a reason why there's way, way more self-made billionaires. That means these new guys that came out of nowhere, no one knew anything was going to happen, right? A lot of them didn't even go to college. That are coming up, popping up left and right. So I know the look and feel of a billionaire or someone who's really, really quality. And I just think it's funny because it's like, holler at Bitcoin 4566. It's just amazing. So much good mojo in here. Oh, hell yeah. Neo dipped. I hit my lure. I didn't have much lures set, but I had a Neo lure set at 35. So holler. Got another one set at 30. That's good. And man, yeah, there's something else. I know there's something else I want to talk to you about. I'm never gonna remember them all. But just be real careful. There's just so many. If you're doing the small swing thing, God bless you. You don't need no advice. You probably watched some of my earlier videos and you know what's up. You know the probabilities. I'll probably do a video in the future, but I don't like talking about my small swings, so I don't want to give strategy for it either. But as far as big swings, man, don't part with your hard-earned crypto that easily. And don't be victim to these pump and dump scams. Small change is one thing, but when you're investing a lot, that can really hurt you. That's different. So there's going to be a lot of these, man. The ICOs are going to come out of nowhere. When you saw the dot-com boom, if you were a part of it, I was younger, but if you were a part of it, I studied it. Basically, it came on and you had the quality ones that came up first, right? Because the quality ones are always the first ones, usually, because they're the ones that have the good ideas. And then out of nowhere, you start to see what's happening now, an ICO for everything. And then pretty soon, you're going to have crypto cola, you're going to have crypto muffin, you're going to have crypto this, that. People are going to be trying to cryptotize air, a bunch of crazy, stupid shit. And before you know it, there's going to be a billion ICOs, and that's where it's going to be relatable to the dot-com boom, because just everyone senses money, so now it just becomes a money grab. And we are on the cusp of that. Like, the storm is coming for that, and you're going to see a bunch of ICOs. And I'm telling you, a lot of these ICOs are going to look way too good to be true. They're going to be like the most amazing thing you've ever seen, but A, they're not going to have a product, and B, that's where you have to worry if you're not in contact with the CEOs. Like, if you're not in contact with the CEOs, talking to lawyers, getting documentation, getting photo ID, making sure they are who they are, still got to be very careful. Scammers are fucking real. So, just prepared, man. Be prepared. Don't worry, though, because crypto is just shining, stunting. Like I said, you're going to have these governments that are going to try to create these centralized versions of their cryptocurrencies. Don't even want to wish them good luck, because they don't deserve it, and it's going to be a one-sided fight, really. There's going to be a lot of people who will get into that, but they're going to see that the rapidly rising crypto is going to be the one that is decentralized. And hey, man, some countries might try to make it illegal. I don't care. The whole world's not going to make it illegal, and I have dual citizenship. I'm going to get citizenship all across the fucking world. I don't care. I'll live wherever I need to live to live by my ideals. I refuse to live in a country that I think is compromised and does not have the best intentions for their people. So, and it's not even their people. It's we're the people. Everyone's one. It shouldn't be that. The government isn't something that's above us. The government is just organized, and it's organized to help build roads and schools and provide stability. That's what it is. But when the schools are shit and the roads are crumbling, and the taxes are higher than they've ever been, and nothing's getting fixed, and the only thing you see is bigger bombs, there's something that needs to change. It's just something has to change. I'm not blind. I don't care. When I say, whatever happens, if I live or die, I really don't give a fuck. I'm going to be living on my terms. I wish everyone lived that way. The world would be a much different place. There'd probably be a bunch of dead people everywhere. But fuck, man. I mean, it's better to die breathing than to die while you're still breathing. So on that note, cheers. Peace.